What's going on, guys? We are back for another week edition of No Place Like Homaha, and we are excited. We had a lot of big games going on this week. A lot of conferences, continued conference play, some just starting out. But you know what? We're going to get right into it. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Henricks. Alongside me on the mics are Dr. Papa Love, a.k.a. the Ginger Ninja, a.k.a. the Burnt Ninja, a.k.a. Mr. Mikey Love. And then we got Mr. J.D. Wonder, who also likes to squat with 8 plates and says the haters are fake. He has a video, but we're not going to do that because it ain't college baseball. But, boys, how we doing today?
Damn.
Oh, living the dream.
Did you snort some Coke or some G Fuel before you started this?
Might have just
No,
snorted
I just
some
got
pre-workout
excited.
and then just sent it.
I'm excited!
It got me amped up for sure.
Oh, man. But no, it was a crazy weekend of baseball, boys. We had teams flip around in the top 25. The number 1 and number 2 spots flipped around. Ole Miss ends up taking the number 1 spot. The Longhorns of Texas took the number 2 spot. And the first time that Ole Miss was ranked number 1 in an SEC opponent, they really kind of screwed the pooch. 19-5 against the good old Auburn Tigers. Game 1 on Friday. That's a tough loss there on the good old Running Rebels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. We had some high-scoring games this entire weekend, though. There was a lot of offense to be had. Just kind of taking a glance through this, just as we said kind of beforehand, like you got Michigan and Daytona. It's 18-6, Michigan. Then you got Louisville, who completed the sweep this weekend over Notre Dame. We were talking about Notre Dame last week.
We were.
Huge.
Cracking, what was it, like the top 10 or the top 5? Which one did we agree
Notre
on?
Dame was 6.
Okay.
They were 6, and then
They
fell.
Definitely fell after that sweep this weekend. They lost the first game 16-11. Then North Carolina and Duke 10-5. Another big one, Miami and Clemson 11-4. Georgia and Mississippi State. Mississippi State isn't even ranked anymore.
Nope.
They lost that first game. Oh, I lost it. 11-0. Then we had Texas State and Arkansas State 13-7, and Texas State swept on the weekend, as well as their coaches almost got into a fight with each other, which was kind of funny.
Solid.
Wait, for who?
Both coaches, Texas State and Arkansas State, their coaches in like the handshaking line or whatever, they almost fought each other.
They almost Juwan Howard it.
Basically.
Oh, boy.
Love that.
But yeah, Auburn is, just so you talked about 19-5 in that first game. Then you had
that was the
Vanderbilt
second
putting it
game,
on.
correct?
Oh, my fault.
Correct me if I was wrong. I got that wrong because I didn't know that they started that
they started
series
on Thursday.
on Friday. Thursday,
yep.
yeah. So
Exactly.
game 1 was 13-6. So
in the favor of Ole
they
Miss, yes.
kept that. And then they lost to Auburn 19-5 game 2. And then they ended up winning 15-2. There was no game under 30 runs or 20 runs in that game. Jeez, that series. Ole Miss takes that series. They got Memphis coming up this weekend in Tennessee, and then they got Oxford on Wednesday. Wow, that's weird. And then they've got the Tennessee Volunteers coming up this weekend, and they got Mr. 104 miles an hour and Bryce Jennings on the mound for the Vols.
Fuck him.
Yeah, he actually came in a game. Tennessee starter that game, had a perfect game through 6, and then he came in.
That's
throwing
crazy.
104 out of the bullpen. So that would
104.
Just be great, to go up to the plate after
Can you
you're
imagine,
getting perfect gamed against, and then it's like, okay, now try to hit this one, and it's just like.
So was it a combined perfect game then?
I don't believe so. I think later on they scored in that game. I don't remember
Surely
which day
someone
that
would
was.
just stick the bat out right over the plate and pray to God that the 103 hits it, right?
Just send it right out of the park. Yeah, Oregon State put it on Arizona State on that Friday game, 21-0. UCLA.
Oregon State's
Harvard,
looking pretty dang good.
Yeah, there's just a lot of football
not
scores all over
looking
the
pretty
board.
dang good is NC State. They've kind of fallen off the wagon here, dude.
Yeah, Tommy Tanks
Although
did have 2 home runs, though.
Tommy Tanks did come back.
Did do that.
Back with an 11-piece nugget on the season.
He's still trailing, so he's tied right now with Brad Malm. And then Jake Geloff has 12 homers on the season because he homered the same day Tommy White hit 2.
Jake Geloff and that Virginia offense they're hot. Like, I mean, and he played very, very good last year. but he's going to be a big thing if the Cavaliers want to kind of continue a run and just continue the offense that they've had. Because this weekend against Boston College, they won game 1, 7-6, 18-1 in game 2, 16-8 game 3, and then they come up playing Wake Forest, who came off a big weekend against Georgia Tech. So, I mean, there's a lot of good teams swinging the bat. One thing that I want to talk about before we talk about some more scores, because it is relevant to that, did anybody see that the Coastal Carolina game and the ULM game, I forget what day it was, but it got stopped in the middle of the game due to like a curfew rule? It was in the eighth inning.
Oh.
Yeah. It was
I think
eighth
I heard
inning.
about that.
Game was tied 17-17.
Was that because they didn't have lights?
It might have been. I'm gonna try to look at Coastal's website here, but Coastal Carolina and
was that on Sunday?
I think so. Hold on here. I'm trying to look because
I think it was because they
crazy.
didn't have lights.
It must have been. It was on. It was on Sunday. 17-17 in 8 innings, and it was a conference game.
So what does that go down as?
It goes down as a tie. We have our first tie of the year in college baseball,
as
far as I know. Yeah, ULM, their record now is 5-12-1. They're 1-1-1 in the Sun Belt. Coastal Carolina is 11-7-1, and they are 1-1-1 in the Sun Belt as well.
I would want to have a conversation with the commissioner of that conference.
Final line score of that game was ULM 17 runs on 15 hits, 2 errors, to Coastal Carolina's 17 runs on 19 hits and 3 errors.
Damn.
There was a lot of scoring in this game. Coastal Carolina only got shut out 2 innings. They had 1 in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, none in the fifth, none in the sixth, and then they went 4 in the seventh, 1 in the eighth. They didn't even get to play because it got cut off after the eighth. Nobody had anything in the ninth. ULM had no runs in the eighth, none in the sixth, and none in the fourth, but they scored in every other inning. They had a 5-spot in the first inning.
My God.
Talk about just slugfest.
Love that for them.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's a tough weekend. And Vanderbilt, I think right now, let me go back and make sure from the good old.
Mizzou.
They did, and they're on, I believe, like a 19 or an 18-game win streak here. Let me go look at the good old Instagram post from the College Baseball Hub. Nope, they're on a 16-game win streak. They are 17-2 overall. They got Belmont coming up next. Tennessee is on an 11-game win streak. They are 19-1, and they've got Butler. Arkansas is on an 11-game win streak as well. They've got Missouri in a midweek. They're 16-3 on the season, and then the Davidson Wildcats are on a 9-game. They're 17-3. They got Charlotte, and 3 other teams on 8-game win streaks are Texas State, Troy, and the Kansas State Wildcats. So teams are hot in D1
Please correct me if
now.
I'm wrong here, little buckos, but we do not have a perfect team anymore.
We do not.
No,
I do not believe so at all.
Purdue
lost this week. Yeah, the first game on Thursday.
Illinois State.
That's tough. Kick them out of the Big Ten.
Give him the stanky boot right after that.
See you, bye. That's what you get.
See you, bye.
You had a chance, had an opportunity, but.
Speaking of crazy wins of the weekend, UCLA beat Harvard in our second week of having a walk-off balk. So they beat them in 11 in the 11th inning, 3-2 on a walk-off balk.
Tell me you're lying.
Nope.
Well, speaking of winning, Iona still doesn't know how to do that.
No.
How bad was it this weekend?
They gave up a combined 32 runs, only scored 8.
Oh.
They're getting a little better. 0-15 on the season.
Oh.
But we can swap things real quick and go to my squad.
The old
Dominion.
Old Dominion.
16-2, baby.
There you go.
Love it.
Flopping their wieners all over everybody. We're doing we do love that.
We do.
Okay. Question.
Are you good there?
He's got a question.
Mini stroke.
I want to check
Surprising team of the weekend. Who you got?
Ooh. Surprising team.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, I was surprised, especially by Louisville, just the fact that we were talking about Notre Dame specifically, and that was the opening of ACC, yeah?
Second week of ACC, I think.
Second week, okay.
Yeah,
Second week of the
Still
ACC,
in conference play, but we were talking heavy about that Notre Dame team last week, especially like how they're good and yada yada yada. And for Louisville to come in and sweep them, that was a big surprise for the weekend.
Yeah, I would definitely include that. They had a big offensive streak coming through, and now Louisville is trying to pick it up. And everybody knows that Louisville baseball is supposed to be a top 25 team pretty much every year, if not a regional team, a regional host, or potentially a super regional host every year. A team that I kind of want to build off is Wake Forest. They came with a big weekend after losing the series to Florida State, but I want to hop back with that Florida State team. Yeah, they whooped up on Georgia Tech, but Florida State now with their first year under a new head coach as well, another team that has that after their I forget who it was. Crap, it was just off the top of my head. But they had one of the best coaches in college baseball. He retired last year after making it to the CWS for his last season. But they ended up, we talked about NC State. They won the series. They lost the second game on Sunday. But they had a 13-5 win, and then they lost 15-4, but a 6-5 win in 17 innings. Florida State's finding a good way to put – and it was in 17 innings, a walk-off bomb once again. Yeah.
You're talking about Florida State. That's Mike Martin.
Yep. Mike Martin, thank you. Yes. Good Lord. That would be bad baseball.
One of the most all-time winningest coaches.
And
where's Corbin at in terms of winningest?
Oh, gosh. Pat Corbin's got to be – or Tim Corbin. Yeah. He's got to be – here, let me do some look. But, I mean, Florida State right now is kind of figuring out how to be a dynamic duo of a team. Usually they're kind of a team that is able to put some offense on the board, but pitching has been what they are known for under Mike Martin. And now Florida State is a big offensive powerhouse, it kind of seems like.
They've yet to drop a series, too. They've got a loss in the series, but they've never, quote-unquote, dropped a series. They've yet to sweep a series, though, too.
Okay.
They've got – well, I take that back. James Madison, the first weekend, they swept. There's still something to do there. You look – one thing I'm actually kind of surprised about, this Virginia team. They're 19-1 on the year.
Dude, Virginia is absolutely killing it.
Woo.
That offensive performance that they got going on is just like we talked about earlier.
They put up double digits in every game except for 6.
Wow. Damn.
Out of the 20 that they've played.
Wow. That's an offensive powerhouse right there.
Swinging it.
So taking a look
Big
at
Dick swinging team of the week.
All right, Mikey's got it. We'll do.
I didn't quote it.
Start that
question mark.
What did you say?
There's already a couple sports.
Can't copyright us. Can't copyright us.
Facts. Yeah, you're right.
They got the big swinging dick player of the week, and then the Helen Keller player of the week.
Not team.
Well, we need to come up with our own so we don't get fully copyrighted.
Fine. Fat cock swinging team of the week.
Fat schlongs.
Yeah.
Of the week.
And then we got tiny schlong of the week. Give it to Iona.
Millimeter Peter team.
Yeah, give it to Iona.
Give it to Iona every week.
We gotta.
Until they win.
Dude, when they win, we gotta get like confetti and just like
throw.
Then it can be a celebration.
Medium Peter of the year.
So I looked up the top winningest coaches in college baseball so far. Mike Martin from Florida State. He has 40 years, 2,029 wins, 736 losses. He was at Florida State from 1980 all the way to 2019. Or was it till 2019? No, I thought it was 2020. This is also off Wiki. So
2020 is COVID year. You got to remember that.
Yes. Let me see if I can fact check this off.
I'm pretty sure it's 2019.
Don't do what I did.
Okay, so top 5 winningest coaches, or top 25 winningest coaches in Division I baseball history. This is off of Baseball America. So I think we might have a winner here. Paul Maneri for LSU, 1,400 wins. John Anderson of Minnesota.
That's it.
Gary Gilmore, Coastal Carolina, and he won a national title.
Allegedly.
Dave Van Horn of Arkansas is number 8. Billy Brown is tied for 9th with Rich Hill as well.
We didn't ask for top 10. We asked for top 2.
I'm trying to look. Mike Bianco, he's on this list at 16. This list
You're going backwards.
Right. This was off of 2020. This list is not accurate either. What the hell?
I don't care. Just give me a. Oh my God, I'll look this up.
Technical difficulties in this podcast today. Anyways, going back to the game.
Mike Martin
this weekend.
There you go. Mike Martin's the winningest coach.
Augie and then Augie and then Gordy Gillespie. I don't know how to say his last name. 2,029 wins for Mike. That's my father. Thank you.
All right. Because they have the same first name as you. It doesn't mean that.
Oh, man.
But
they hate us because they ain't us, baby.
All right.
There you go.
Peanut butter and jealous.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Anyways, on the games that we bless you. Judd, going back to the games we had this weekend. Just some players that I wanted to hit on. Murphy Skelly, I believe, is the player from Texas. He had a 3-homer game on the weekend. Then we talked about Jake Geloff, Brad Malm, Tommy White. We talked about Tennessee's pitching staff. We had 11 Ks for Kristen Waldrep, I believe is how you say that. And then for UC Irvine, Danny Suarez had 10 Ks through 4 innings. So,
damn, that's a line.
Yeah.
I'm saying better. Speaking of Texas players, though, I'm going to swap this to softball. I saw a video today. This girl hit an absolute nuke. Left fielder took 0 steps.
Yep, I did see that. She didn't even turn around. She stood there.
Said,
it's gone.
Going to the moon.
Yeah, that was a tanker.
I'll swing this back real quick. Did you know that Stanford fell far? They're not top 25. Yes, they're not top 25 at all.
They got pounded by Arizona.
They did lose. They did lose.
Well,
yeah. But
so
still, they were top 10 last week, weren't they?
I think so.
Something like that. Yeah,
they were in the top 15. Hold on, let me look at Arizona baseball here because they had the weekend with Stanford.
They're finishing up today.
Yep, they have that. They have that last game that's I believe in progress at the moment. Arizona 15-4 on the year against Stanford. They had a 3-2 win when Stanford was ranked 12th. They had a 6-5 win when Stanford was still ranked 12th. And now Stanford, as of today, which were the official rankings that got put out, they are no longer within the top 25. And to round out that, how it goes. Number 1, Ole Miss. Number 2, Texas. Arkansas is 3. Vandy 4. Tennessee 5. Oregon State is now 6. Florida State 7. The Gators of Florida are at 8. Oklahoma State 9. Virginia is 10. Arizona now moves into 11th. They were 16. Notre Dame is 12. North Carolina, the Tar Heels are at 13. Georgia Tech is 14. They will probably end up dropping a little bit farther.
This is as of today.
I know. Well, they should have dropped a little bit farther after this weekend, but they were at 10. They dropped 4 spots. Liberty dropped only 1 after being 14. They had a little bit of a stumble this weekend. Texas Tech moved up 1 spot to 16. Georgia is 17. The Cardinals of Louisville not ranked, and now they're 18. TCU was 21. Now they're 19. Texas State moved in after being 22. They are now
Fight Club.
They are LSU. Sorry, is now 21. Maryland 22. Gonzaga is 23. Clemson 24 after being 18. They have finally hit a little bit of a stumble. And then the UConn Huskies round out the 25th spot after not being ranked. They are 14-3 in that American Conference. So I mean, a lot of good teams still in.
That's their first time this year in top 25, right, for Connecticut?
I think so.
Yeah, for UConn. Yep. They had a decent weekend, I believe, but I think some teams to kind of watch out for, especially once conference play starts. Texas Tech and Oklahoma State usually very good. They'll be kind of big, tough tests for Texas, and we'll kind of see who games coming up this week are against. I mean, I definitely will not be able to watch a lot of baseball because I will be hunting for my job.
Congrats.
I know. It's going to be – I'll be in Burwell, Nebraska.
Who?
Cares.
Asked.
Oh, okay.
Got him.
So, games coming up on the weekend series. Number 5, Tennessee goes to Oxford to take on Ole Miss. Georgia goes to Kentucky. The Zags go to BYU. In Gainesville, number 8, Florida hosts number 21, LSU. Georgia Tech goes to NC State, the 14th ranked Yellow Jackets. Virginia Tech goes to Notre Dame. Texas State, number 20, hosts Coastal Carolina.
You got Big 10 or Big 12 conference play starting this week.
Texas goes to
Tech
Texas
and
Tech.
Texas. Yep.
Number 2 versus number 16, and that's going to be in Lubbock. Maryland, number 22, they go to Dallas Baptist. That should be a good game. UCLA goes to Arizona.
Oh, SEC starts this week.
What does?
SEC.
Yep. It's a full SEC schedule this week.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Auburn played Ole Miss last week, and then I think every team starts this week. Because I know Texas played Incarnate Word, but TCU had Baylor last week, if I'm not correct, or if I'm not mistaken.
That's still Big 12, though.
Yeah, but I thought a lot of teams kind of split when it came to conference play this last weekend. So some teams were playing conference still, some were not conference.
Oh, I got you.
Because I know Texas had Incarnate Word this weekend, and now they've got Texas Tech coming up. But that should be a big series there in Lubbock.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like how the Big 12, when it comes to baseball now, is just a full conference. Like, there are no bad teams in the Big 12.
You ever seen this Kansas team play?
Okay, well, Kansas also – so, hold on. Kansas never had a real team. Like, is this their first year as, like, a team, or is this still, like, their
they've had a baseball team.
No shot, dude. They've never
they've had a
any
baseball
Big 12
team.
schedules.
110% they have.
They've had a club team. I know that.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
Fight.
Okay, besides Kansas.
Let's stir in the pot.
That's what I do, baby.
But yes, we do.
Side.
They do have a very good conference. I feel like that'd be good to watch this weekend, just paying attention to those. It's really tough to watch, though, in like conferences like that or like the SEC and stuff, just to watch those teams beat up on each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yet they would like destroy other conferences.
When's the last time Oklahoma was good in baseball?
Good question.
That's a great question.
They're really good at softball.
Well, it didn't
Very
good at softball there, bucko.
Oh, man, if I could type.
Maybe over 10 in softball. Might not be
I mean, the last time I can remember when they had any good kind of run was when they had Kyler Murray.
38-25 in 2018.
Did they make a regional appearance?
Don't ask me that question.
All right, let's go. Okay, so we got Oklahoma's baseball history.
Yeah.
2021. How do you read this freaking
with your
spreadsheet?
eyes, probably.
Dude, this is not.
Oh, it's a spreadsheet?
Dude, this is not something that
you start in the top left corner.
Is it Excel?
And
no, it's not. I don't know how to read
across.
You read from line. Middle to left.
Don't listen to that.
And don't go to the right at all.
Nope.
That's not how it was.
Well, that's how reading works.
Well, that's not how it was. Yeah, they're okay. So right now they're 12-7. They have not started Big 12 play yet. This is so effed up.
They've been all right against earlier opponents. Because somebody asked me earlier this week how Oklahoma was going to do this season. I said they faced some okay opponents early on in the season. Like they did face an Auburn team and stuff like that and held their own. But the true test is definitely, like you said, is going to be in Big 12 play because it's a pretty good conference.
Well, last season in 2021 they went 27-28. Let's throw it back to 2019 since we had the COVID year. So back in 2019 they were 33-23. Let's see at the bottom of the schedule they lost in the Big 12 in the Big 12 tournament and they did not make a regional appearance.
Ooh.
Throwing it up to 2018 or back to 2018 here. I have to do so much clicking. 38-25. They went to the regionals. Oh wow, they went to the Tallahassee regional. They won against Mississippi State 20-10. Beat Sanford 4-0, and then they lost to Mississippi State in 2 straight games. So they made a regional appearance 3 or 4 years ago, depending on how you want to look at it. Let's go to 2017. They were 35-24 back in 2017. They made another regional. They went to the Louisville regional. They beat Xavier, lost to Louisville, lost to Xavier. So they've had 2 regional appearances within the last 5 years, not counting the COVID year, 2 out of the last 4. So Sooner baseball at least makes regionals.
Sure.
Josh, your pick, your little sleeper pick of Nebraska's not doing so
They are
hot
not
this
doing well. Don't want
year.
to talk about it.
No, they aren't.
Don't want to talk about
But
it.
on the
They
bright
dropped
side, you got
Hefty game to
conference
Texas
play.
A&M, or Texas
Corpus
what is it,
Christi.
Community College or whatever.
Nope, Corpus Christi.
I mean, Nebraska right now
Same
is
difference.
8-11, so they're
They
3 games under 500.
Got dominated.
Oh yeah, they got destroyed on that. What was it, that
Yesterday.
Sunday game?
Oh yeah,
21-4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it.
They got South Dakota State coming up on Wednesday. They open up Big Ten Conference play against Michigan coming up on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they got Creighton on Tuesday. Let's see how the good old Jays are doing. They had a big
got
win
some
in March.
dubs this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got a big win in Ladies March Madness. They ended up beating Iowa to go to the Sweet 16.
I didn't
so
know
the women
this
are
was
still
a
dancing.
podcast.
Excuse me, this is not a
March
basketball
Madness.
podcast.
I'm
Get out of here.
sorry. It was relevant history.
History.
What?
We're not a world history class neither.
All right, so Creighton baseball, they beat Minnesota. They won all 3 games, swept the series in Minnesota 5-4 Friday, 14-7 on Saturday, and then 4-2 on Sunday versus the Golden Gophers. They open up Big East Conference play against Wichita State coming up on the 25th. So this
Wichita
Friday,
State is
they
not
got a
a Big
3-game
East.
series. No, they are not.
They are in the Missouri Valley Conference.
You are correct.
Yep.
So when the hell? Oh my goodness! Creighton doesn't even open Big East Conference play until April 8th. So in almost 2 weeks.
It's probably because most of them are busy worried about March Madness because that's what they're known for.
Well, if
Big
you
East
ask what the
known for.
Levy, it'd be March Madness.
All right, we're not talking about wrestling, man.
Oh my goodness! Anybody check how UNO is doing this year? I know they had a
UNO
games this
faced
weekend
Rutgers over the weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
they
they
did, I think.
at least took one.
Oh, let's go see how bad the Scarlet Knights kicked up on the Mavericks. The Mavericks this year so far are
Omaha
7-12.
beat them on Sunday 3-2.
Were they in the Horizon League? The fuck league is it?
Rutgers
Senate
beat
League.
them on Saturday 7-1.
Yep. And then they got Arkansas. Oh boy, they got
Then
Arkansas.
Omaha
coming
beat
up.
them.
Yeah,
Friday,
baby
1-0.
Arkansas.
Oh no, that game got canceled.
Aw.
The game is apparently canceled, and now
Solid.
I guess it was at Kaufman, so it was in Kansas City. But they open up conference play. for the
Kansas
Summit
City.
League. I don't know. That's what it says here on the
For
website.
Kaufman. Oh, is that
It's
like
the Kaufman
promo that they
Classic
do?
or whatever, yep.
Okay.
And then they've got St. Thomas open up Summit League play on Friday for a weekend series that is in Omaha, Nebraska. Then they have the good old Roberts Eagles on their next big series. So, yeah.
Sick talk.
Solid.
Yeah. I think we covered it all, boys.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
We moved pretty damn fast here. Let's see how long
That's
this recording
how
time is
everyone
on the
likes
good old
it.
camera. We had 28 minutes.
Oh, 15
Shortest
seconds.
podcast I think we're ever going to have.
Well, you just wait. We can make this long, dick dong.
Well,
baby.
I mean,
Don't
a
you
lot of
worry.
people were absorbed with what was going on with March Madness this weekend.
Not madness.
So maybe some of that too, but yeah, a lot was going on this weekend in college sports. So
Oh, yeah.
Also, a lot going on in the professional sports too, with some crazy trades.
Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely, crazy trades and signings all over.
I saw Freddie Freeman in a Dodger uniform for the
Don't
first
you speak about that.
time. I
did
all
not
hurts.
consent to any of what just happened right there.
Same with the Chris Bryan. It's like, let's get rid of a really
Oh,
good
That is
no.
just dumb.
third
Wait till
baseman,
they'll
pay a
trade
bunch, and
the Rockies will trade him somewhere for $100 million. You just
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
yikes.
It's really the teams in the MLB are making trades. The Mets now have one of the filthiest pitching staffs in a starting rotation, so we'll see how that goes.
The Orioles have a salary of $32 million this year. So
What? No, tell me it's not true.
I think so.
Well, damn.
Let's look.
We are looking.
I
Well,
can't
Mikey
type.
is.
I can't type.
Okay, just use your fingers.
Please hold.
They're broken. They're inside of a booty hole.
Oh,
Wait a
good
minute.
Lord.
Okay.
Now we're on the X-rated part of the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to No Place Like Homaha.
Sorry, 30.
Unrated
30
version.
30 million.
Uncut.
30 million. Wow.
Their 26-man payroll is a whopping 24. They've got a retained, which is 17. I believe that's going to
They gotta
Chris
get a lot of young guys though.
Davis.
Still.
The Pittsburgh.
Still.
Yikes.
Well, let's see here. You'll love this. The Los Angeles Dodgers have a payroll of 270 million.
Oh, the Dodgers have the largest salary in baseball.
Josh, you will love this because I love this. The New York Yankees have the highest injury reserve payroll
Love that.
at 15.
Love it.
Well, it's because 3/4 of the entire team just gets
Bro,
injured every season.
You could hire
Yeah.
me as the health whatever. And
whoever's taking care of it is not doing their job. So
no, rub one out, do something for them.
Yikes!
Oh, God.
It's not difficult.
Well, good Lord.
Well, that does
Yep.
it for this episode.
Yeah, after that. But no, seriously, we got anything else to talk about, or are we making it short for this week?
I think it's short, sweet, to the point.
I just want to say the sun is not a monster. I learned that this weekend. You put the sunscreen on, baby.
There it is.
Sun's not a monster.
There it is.
Moon still to figure that one out. Yeah,
Wow.
redheads
All
for
right.
life.
All right, then. Well, guys, hopefully you enjoyed our kind of short, sweet episode, guys and gals. We are getting ready to hop back on. We will talk about over the next couple of weeks what's been going on. Next week, we may have an episode. We might not, just because of some work scheduling conflicts as well. But like we said,
it's your
we'll
work
talk
scheduling
about
conference.
it. But make sure you guys follow us on Twitter and TikTok. No Place Like Homaha. That will also be at Homaha Pod on TikTok and Twitter. So unless these guys have anything to say, I have been Nick Hendricks alongside Mikey Love and JD Wonder, and we will see you guys when we see you on the flip.
Bye.
Old Dominion.
Dominion.
Get the hell out of here.